What's going on, guys? Chem23 here, back at it for another video, and today is my second discussion. I hope you guys liked the first one. To be honest, I'm not too sure if you guys did or not, just because I couldn't check the comments, but hopefully you did, so you don't mind seeing another one, and I have a couple more to come. As always, at the start of my video, go check out my update video that was posted a couple weeks ago. If you have not seen it already, if you have, sit patient for a second. So basically on the update video, I'm just telling you what's happening this summer, how I'm away, and what that means for the channel. I have also on that video, I have a detailed calendar in the description box of the dates and what video is going up, so that way you know what's going on and you can stay updated. And then if you don't check YouTube that often, you could just go to that video and have that there. Sorry about that, my eye's just a little itchy. So after we got through that, definitely at this time, if you're not subscribed, right above right there, that way you are always updated on all my videos, and if you want, you can click it so that you get an email when I upload a video. That way during the summer, if you're out and about and not really inside that much, you can you get an email when I put up a video. So if you have your email linked to like your phone or whatever, you get that message. So let's get into the discussion. I don't want to ramble on for the whole video, and this discussion is retros. Just like the last one about quality, this is only this is just pointed towards Jordan brand, not really Nike basketball because they don't really retro at this point. So this is directed towards Jordan brand, the Jordan retro. How do I feel about them? I love retros because, quite honestly, I don't always have the amount of money or the means or even like where to get the originals. I mean, to be honest, people love the 2001 Black Cement 3s or the 1994 Black Cement 3s. You know what? Those are retros. Like, the Black Cement 3 has been retroed a lot in 94, 2001, 2008 in the Countdown Pack, and then just this past year in 2011. So like it's been retroed 4 times. It's released 5 times, including the OG. So people can't really hate on retros. I understand if people are a huge fan of OGs, and I agree. I love to have my my pairs of OGs, but it's just not really realistic for every single pair I own to be an OG. And I just think that's how it is. And then, do I think that they're making too many retros too fast? I personally do. It's to the point where I can't really keep up with it financially. I can't be buying like 2 pairs of retro Jordans every month. And to be honest, I don't even want to buy all these retros every month. I really pick and choose which ones I want. I sit down, look at what's coming up, figure out what I want, and then just start saving for that specific release. I don't really impulse buy unless it's on like a Facebook group or like on a Soul Collector or something like that. I don't like impulse buy the retros, like the new ones that come out this month or whatever. And that's what I'm mainly talking about when I'm talking about retros, like the past year, not really from like 94, because obviously that's still old and nice quality and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I think they're retroing too many too fast. I'd propose maybe like 12 retros a year. They do one every other month. Obviously, that'd build more hype, and that's what I was getting into next. I haven't really thought about it too much. Maybe like 24 retros have like 2. No, it's still too much. To be honest, guys, I don't really know. Like a proposition to fix it. Proposal. Wow, I can't believe I messed that up. Yeah, I don't really know how I'd fix it. I just feel like they need to limit them to less retros and better ones. Like, to be honest, I don't need to see the Cardinals again. Like, I don't really care about the Cardinal 7s, personally. Like, I didn't like it in 06, so I don't like it now. That's just my opinion, though. And also, if they limit them more to, say, only like a certain amount of retros a year, yeah, that will hype them up a lot more, which I know a lot of people don't like hype. But, like, look at the military blue 4s. I think that's a very funny situation this year. Normally, that would have sold out in a heartbeat. Would have been hyped to the max. But on the same day, the Yeezy 2 released. So the military 4s are still in stores. But like the Royal Blue 10s or the Stealth 10s, those sold out seconds. The Cool Gray 12s shut down Nike.com. Like, I just think that type of stuff is so funny. And then, like, when an OG colorway comes out of the Jordan 4, one of the best models, it sits on shelves. So I think that's funny. That was just kind of my opinion on that. If they limit them, yeah, hype will build, but there's times where there's going to be other releases that come out on the same day. They'll kind of minimize the Jordan brand. That way, if you do really want that pair, you still have that ability. And do you think it loses the awe factor having a retro come out? And I think it does to an extent, and I have a really good example of that, and I have another example that doesn't really show it. Like, to me, I didn't lose the awe factor when I bought my Black Cement 3s from 2011. I know I've been using that one a lot, but it's true. Like, I didn't lose the awe factor of the Black Cement 3. Maybe since it hasn't come out since '08, which is not a long time period at all. That's not what I'm trying to say. But before that, like 2001, like, you don't see those pairs like every single day. Obviously on like NDSBG and these like big Facebook groups, you could find them easily. But like, I don't know, I felt like it was still awesome to have my pair of Black Cements. It was my first pair of Black Cements, and it was just like exciting for me. But an example where they just completely lost their awe factor, in my opinion, is the Chicago 10s. I love my Chicago 10s. They're still dead stock. And I love my pair, don't get me wrong. But I think it might have been last year or 2 years ago on Sneaker News for March Madness, when they had their March Madness sneaker event. I don't know if you guys remember this, but they had the best OG colorway Jordans. I think this past year was non-OG colorways, so this must have been 2 years ago. If it didn't win, it came in the top. It was in like the Final Four, maybe lost in the finals, but the Chicago 10 was in there for the best OG colorway Jordan ever. Now, if you go back and say, is the Chicago 10 your favorite OG Jordan colorway ever? No, like people aren't gonna say that, and like even I say that. Like, I don't know if I'm really portraying it the right way, but like people loved the Chicago 10. It came out this past year with a bunch of other releases, and people like just shit on it. Like they don't even care about them anymore. So I just find that really interesting personally, and I find that interesting, just how like the awe factor can shift so easily. And then, do you prefer retros to OGs because of the quality? I mean, not quality, the condition and the wearability. I personally do at times. If I were to have a pair of 3s that were really crumbled from like '89, I can't really wear those, whereas I could the 2011s. I don't necessarily prefer them, but if I were someone who really rocked their kicks a lot, which I'm not, I rock them a few times and just kind of stock them, but if I were someone who wore them like a lot, yeah, I would prefer the retros, just because I could wear them and not feel like I'm getting, I'm like my next step could be my last in the shoe. So that's just my personal opinion on that. And then the final topic, which I think is a big one, is do retros encourage you to go back and get the older shoe? To me, they do. I found out earlier this year that the Olympic 7 was retroing again. I was like, oh no, I am not buying that shoe. There was no way that I was going to get the Olympic 7 this year. Just to know that it's released so many times in the past, and that I could just go out and pay pretty much the same thing. Like my pair of 2004 Olympic 7s, which I'm not sure if you guys have seen the video yet, but if not, it'll be within the next couple weeks. You go check out the update video to see when it uploads. I paid $140 ship for those 2004 Olympic 7s. I'm not paying for worse quality for $160. Granted, mine had like a crease or two in them. When I hear that a new retro comes out, if I have the opportunity, I 100% go back and try and cop the older release. I mean, that's just me. That's how I think. I prefer the older shoes. Assuming the wearability is still there, I'm not going to go back and buy a pair of like 1999 4s. I know they're not OG, but you've seen a lot of 99 cement 4s come up recently. Like, I wouldn't go back and buy those if they're just going to crumble. Assuming I was going to be wearing the shoes a lot. So that's just my opinions. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe up there. I really appreciate all the support, and I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video. I know it might have seemed a little rushed at times, but I guess that's just how I am. So leave comments and video responses if you want to respond to this. Be respectful. Don't be like mean or whatever. It's been Chamry23. Peace out.